Hey everyone, this is Mira. I hope you took the time to read my comic before class, but if not, you should be able to follow along with the pages displayed in my time lapses. I want to give a brief overview of each page in order to have a more grounded discussion afterwards. These are the first two pages, and as you can see, the panels start off as sketches that transition into line art and watercolor. This is to create an effect of immersion for the reader into the story, and also to make the role of the author/artist more clear, which is that you see what I draw for you. The next pages are centered around establishing the relationship between the protagonist and the plants in her garden. By saying, "Let me show you both my garden," she is validating the potted plant's presence as a living being. The plants in her garden are all native to Alberta, and she uses they-them pronouns when talking about them. She views the plants as equals and companions, and after spending a lot of time with them, she has become very aware of their liveliness. Fun fact, most of the potted plants around her are plants from my own home. These pages are a first taste of what I as the author can do to manipulate the themes and direction of the story, in addition and in opposition to the character I created. By zooming into the red stain on her porch and her chapped lips, I give new meaning to the words fertilizer and water if there isn't enough. She tries to keep the story lighthearted, but by doing so is concealing the truth of her struggle from the reader. I also use colors to reflect her emotions, such as red for stress and yellow for joy. These pages are dedicated to multi-species relations. The first page is a brief summary of some of the ways plants interact with each other, bugs, the soil, and herself. By showing how seeming individuals can be connected, she hopes that she and the reader can find ways in which they are connected. I continue to try to bring the truth of her situation to light by showing how two human bodies are buried in her garden, feeding the plants. It's hard to separate them from the roots, and bringing up human mortality can be a reality check for people who feel above nature. In these pages, she begins to realize what I have been showing the reader, and is actively diverting the reader's attention away from the bodies and back to her safe and familiar home. I bring liveliness to a new level by having the reader consider whether or not this character I created is alive. She also makes the reader question their superior company over the plants by saying that neither the reader nor the plants reply in a conventional way. My final attempt at revealing the doom of her situation and shattering the impression of calm and safety she is giving is by sending a bird crashing into her window. The bird is meant to be a symbol, but of course she does not see them as a tool with a message. Her moment of anger is diverted to the author, and she picks up the bird and brings them inside in hopes of rescuing them. I, however, am not finished. The story begins to fade as we are distanced from the protagonist, but I use my remaining time to show her ruined abandoned home before the sketches fade to nothing. And that is the end of my presentation. Thank you.